Hello Pisces. Guess what? This is a special reading for all the single people. This is a special post-Valentine's Day reading. Some of you might be frustrated, disappointed. Maybe you're wondering, will I ever find love? Well, I am going to do some special readings for single people, answering that question, will I find love? Where am I on the path to love? And it's probably the most requested question that I do get with tarot readings. So I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread. Some of you who know a lot about tarot or have gotten several tarot readings might be familiar with the Celtic cross. It's also one of my favorite readings. I've never really done it on video, but it's one of my favorite readings because it'll take your question. The Celtic cross you'll ask your question to the tarot, and the Celtic cross will look at the energy that's surrounding you, your actions, your subconscious, how your energy is affecting what it is that you want, or the actual outcome, which is, will I find love? What is my love life going to look like? Will I ever find someone? So just take note that the Celtic cross is sort of like not necessarily a counselor, but it looks in what's surrounding you, what's in you, what's without, what's within, what's without, the most basic understanding of magic and psychic energy, and what's in your way, what are the spiritual blocks. So have an open mind as I do these readings. And just a reminder, if you need to talk to me without making an appointment, I am available on Instant Go. Go to tarotbyaire.com to get more information. So this first card that I'm laying out, it's called the Center. It's the center of your situation. The Fool, for you Pisces, is being free. The Fool has no responsibilities to anybody. They take risks. They're out. They don't know what's going to happen. All they know is that they believe in themselves. And you see the wand in the Fool's hand. Whenever someone takes up the wand, it means creativity, creating magic and manifesting, controlling your own destiny. And so that's where some of you Pisces are. You're alone, new adventures. You know, and maybe some of you are uncomfortable with this. I know some of you really want to be in a relationship. So yes, some of you are still in the process of letting go of old relationships. But I feel like with the Fool, the universe is sort of saying to you, the best is yet to come. You might be alone, but you should enjoy this period of time where you're not attached. Just let it go. Let go of the past. Let go of waiting for someone to come back. All of that adventurous open-mindedness, letting go, and like I said, believing in yourself. I also want to point out, I had someone share with me that you know, she felt that because she wasn't skinny enough, or she wasn't as young as she once was, how would she find love? The Fool doesn't care about all of that. The Fool is like, I can make anything happen that I want to have happen. I can have anything I want. I can be whoever I want to be. It's all up to me. Now I'm sounding like all this rah-rah cheerleader stuff, but you have to believe that age and weight and color of your skin, none of that matters. Love can happen anywhere, anytime, for anybody. So keep that in mind. The next card is the Crossing. This is the energy that's either going to complement or be a conflict with this present energy. So being alone, starting over, the Temperance card comes in, and this is about inner peace and tranquility. And it complements the Fool because the Fool is about action, taking risks, and new beginnings. This is more about working from the inside, being okay with yourself, having faith in yourself. So the Fool and Temperance are complementary to each other. That you being alone, even at this time, I think you need to be okay with where you are. You need to, maybe it's an issue of loving yourself, being at peace with where you are right now. You'll see she's pouring cups here, water from one to the other. You find your emotional balance. And this is so important because these two cards tell a great, they're giving some great advice that you have to be happy no matter where you are in your life, whether you're in a marriage or a long-term relationship or whether you're alone. You must find love within yourself. You must find happiness within yourself. And so the two cards here, which are the center cross outside of the larger cross, they kind of give me like where you are right now, that the universe is bringing a period in your life to where it's about being happy with who you are outside of a relationship and not letting your self-worth or happiness be pinned to a relationship. The next card is going to be called the Basis. What is in your subconscious that could be affecting you? That's usually this, you know, it's sort of like it's below what's underneath this current situation. And so the Nine of Swords is usually the card of drama, excessive worry, a lot of anxiety. And you have to let that anxiety go. You know, this, I have to get married, I have to have children within this time frame, or else I can't be happy. So a lot of this anxiety for some of you Pisces people, it's getting in the way of this letting go and healing and inner happiness and inner peace. The next card is going to be the recent past. And I have a Queen of Pentacles here. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, she is in the material world. She's the mother. She has a family. She's in a relationship. She's a partner. And, you know, a happy home. She keeps it all together. But I feel like this is about you being having a partner, being someone's boyfriend or girlfriend in a previous life. And that is sort of, that period has ended. And maybe it's an experience that you still want, because the past is also influenced by this Basis card, this subconscious card, this drama and worry, and needing to be in a relationship. So, yes, previously some of you were in relationships last year, even last Valentine's Day, but you're not anymore. This is going to be the card at the top. You got another 9. This is the consciousness, what the outcome, it's not a possible outcome as much as it is a consciousness of what's going on. This is the subconscious. And so what we have here, where your consciousness is, what you're thinking about, this 9 is also influencing this 9 of Wands. This is the card of preparing for obstacles, being on guard, being prepared for danger. Okay, and once again, it feels as if you're very defensive. Those blocks, you know, minimizing your attractiveness, or you know, you're carefully guarded. Your heart is closed. And 9s are usually the number of endings. And hopefully in this path, these are kind of going to transform themselves. But when you have this 9 below and this 9 above, in your subconscious and your consciousness, there seems to be a lot of combined worry and defensiveness, being afraid of getting hurt again, being afraid of rejection, wondering what your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend is still doing. Okay? And so these two things are still, you know, surrounding you. And once again, this is about your journey to inner peace and happiness. So this is below your subconscious, and this is your consciousness. This is how the subconscious is usually invisible. We're not aware that, you know, this anxiety and fear is getting in the way, but it is making us defensive about love. It's sort of like we're even once bitten, twice shy. That's what I'm thinking about. Now this is going to be your near future. We have the Emperor. And the Emperor is usually an authority figure. Sometimes it represents a father figure as well. And sometimes the Emperor is about limitations and the influence of power. And so what I'm seeing here as far as your journey is this idea of discipline, things. The Emperor keeps things under control, but the Emperor also makes rules. The Emperor also makes boundaries. And you need to be very careful about that, because sometimes it's good to have discipline and order. Now the Emperor is not reversed, but it is sort of indicating that in your near future, there's not so much as romance, except that you know, even if you're dating, the Emperor is sort of like, you're not going to meet anyone that you like exactly. Sometimes the Emperor is about limitations, and I think it's important that when the Emperor shows up in the future, it's sort of like a warning from the Oracle. You need to work within the boundaries, but it can also mean a dominant influence that's preventing you from breaking free. I feel like the Emperor is trying to keep the Fool under wraps, like, no, you can't go out and enjoy a new relationship. You have to stay put. You can't do this. You can't do that. So in your near future, I feel like there will be limitations. I feel like emotionally, some of you are still in a transition, meaning some of you might still be healing and dealing with some very painful memories, and some of you might still be in limbo with a partner. So this Emperor in your near future, it can mean a masculine energy, someone that you'll meet. For some of you, meeting new, you know, some of this could be about dating, meeting new men, looking for a new man or woman or someone new to date. But once again, I just kind of get the feeling that with this Emperor, I feel like with this Emperor, there's not necessarily love or romance. It's just a matter of security, needing a relationship for security. So it's very interesting here what's happening outside of your center card, your crossing card and your center card here, where it seems to be all about being free and loving yourself and healing and not making a big deal about a relationship. But we have this worry here. We have a previous partnership for some of you that's been left behind. And then we have the Emperor up ahead. And I think you just some of you might be boxing yourself in. That's another concern. This card is the self. It's about your energy about this situation, what you're thinking, what your attitudes are. Now, the Queen of Swords, she actually represents Libra. And you're getting significant, your subconscious versus your present self, your attitude. The Queen of Swords has gone through a lot of pain. She's probably the one woman out of all the other queens who has suffered through a lot of experiences. She's grown wiser though, but she still is on guard here. She's able to make decisions for herself. She's able to see through the BS and see truth. And I feel like for you Pisces, you're going to be, for some of you Pisces, some of this air energy where you're learning from your mistakes and you're determined never to get hurt again. I feel like there's still a little bit of defensiveness here. Okay? And it could be this fighting or being protective against the energy of the Emperor. Okay? It could also mean that you're meeting all these new people, you're getting out, you're making new friends, different friends, and you're kind of like, you know, facing the energy of this Emperor and say, well, I'm not sure I'm ready yet. Okay? I feel like in a way your heart is still, you know, back in a certain place. It's still with that Queen of Pentacles, that old relationship. The next card is the environment, the people surrounding you, the energy surrounding you. It can even be an old lover or a friend. But in your environment, even friends and family, there's still a lot of positive energy surrounding you. There's still positive aspects to your situation to where you will find love. It's a matter of waiting and being patient. And you'll also note, Pisces, even though you don't have a lot of cards with cups, there's also water in the star. And you'll notice that she has these 2 jugs of water that are getting water from the stream and returning water to the stream. This goes back to that emotional balance of temperance. So your water energy is still coming to the rescue for you, Pisces. This energy of optimism, maybe you have optimistic friends who are there for you, and it could also be the Oracle saying you're going on a journey. Just enjoy the time you have now before this new relationship. And for some of you, it could be the positive energy of someone close to you. Now, the next card is going to be hopes and fears. And what we have here is a Page of Swords. And I see this as a fear, not necessarily a hope. The Page of Swords is a card of struggling, being determined to fight through obstacles. You see, he has the sword, he's ready to fight, he's ready to defend himself. I feel like this is a fear of getting hurt, a fear of being rejected. And so once again, it feels like when I look at the immediate energy, your subconscious, your present mood or attitude, and then I get another sword here with the Page of Swords, this defensiveness, this fear of being hurt, this delay. Yes, will you ever find another relationship? Will someone ever love you again? So here's your outcome. You have the Chariot. And you've got so much of this air energy because the star is usually associated with Aquarius. And then you have the Chariot. And the Chariot isn't necessarily associated with air. Actually, the Chariot's associated with Cancer. But this is all about following your dreams. And traditionally, the black horse represents the subconscious. The white horse represents the consciousness. And so everything is coming together for you. You're going to get your happy back. You're going to be able to move forward to a new relationship. So when I look at your Celtic cross and I look at the things surrounding you, the things that might be obstacles, things that could be possible revelations, I feel like the Oracle is saying to you, you're going through a transition here for bigger and better things. This Emperor here is the possibility of another partner. Usually the Emperor is a masculine authority figure. But I feel like you are going to meet people. You won't necessarily fall in love with them. They're not going to be immediately useful to you. But I feel that this is all about this journey to finding your happy within, not thinking about the relationship, because I can testify this is absolutely true. When you're not worried about a relationship, that is the time those new relationships tend to come forward. So Pisces, that was your reading. But please find me on instantgo.com//Aire Tarot. It's in the opening credits of the video. If you just need someone to talk over, maybe there was a big fallout with a boyfriend or girlfriend, you're not sure what's happening, because usually after Valentine's Day, some of us do go through a little bit of emotional fallout with a partner or a recent breakup. Feel free to contact me at instantgo.com. And if you're watching on your phone, just press that little arrow on the right to see the description with all the information. So I hope you enjoyed this, Pisces. I hope it helped you out. I hope it lifted your spirits. Good things are coming for you. So to all the single people, I wish you love and light, and especially happiness and peace in this journey. So relax, take a deep breather. Valentine's Day is over. The best is yet to come. Take care, and I'll see you on YouTube.